everyone, John Jackson here, also known as Attorney Somm, and I'm here with my friend Tiffany Moon from The Real Housewives of Dallas. And Tiffany, of course, is known as someone who has discerning taste and also someone who likes grading things. And so we thought it would be very fun to have her grade some wines today. And so we have 4 different wines, and we're going to go through them in order and get her thoughts about these wines, and also ask her to assign a grade to each one.
Are we ready?
We are. So would you like to start with wine number 1?
Yes, this is wine number 1. Fruit forward. Smells light. It's good. It's thin, which, you know, if you're a person is not a bad thing. But I feel like if you're a wine, it lacks a little body maybe?
And so do you get any tannins on this wine, or?
I get a little tannin.
Little tannin?
Like medium tannin.
Do you think this wine would be one to age or to drink immediately?
I think maybe it needs a little age. It seems young and thin, like I want to be.
And so if you were to assign a grade on this wine?
You know, I'm gonna give this like a solid B.
Is that taking into account potential in what it could achieve with aging as well?
Yes, we should always take into account someone's potential.
And if you were going to go to the store and perhaps purchase this wine, what sort of price point would you think would be appropriate for this wine?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm thinking maybe like in the $30 to $35 range.
Okay.
Am I close? Am I way off? You're like, this is $200. I'm like, crap, I give it an A. I'm just kidding.
And do you have any other thoughts about the wine? Like what kind of foods you might enjoy it with?
I enjoy all food with all wine. So I think maybe like a charcuterie platter, some soft cheese, some Marcona almonds, and some prosciutto.
Okay, excellent. Well, before we do the reveal, I know that I've recently seen that you're involved with a comedy set.
Call me anesthesia. You call me Tiffany, okay? But if you call me Tiffany, I do nice for you.
Is that something that you're going to be getting into in the future, and will you be doing more comedy shows?
Well, you know, I always say sometimes that if I don't laugh, I'll cry, because there are just things that happen in life that I'm like, are you kidding me? So I thought that it would be good as an experience for me to try being a stand-up comedian. It is much, much harder than it looks. Those people that have Netflix specials and sell out arenas telling jokes, they deserve every single penny they make, because it is so hard being up there on stage telling jokes, trying to make people laugh.
I can imagine.
So I did a 10-minute set. It was a lovely experience, but I do not think that I will be doing much more stand-up comedy in the future. I don't know, we'll see. If Netflix calls me, I might change my mind.
Okay, but at least for now, you're retired as far as comedy goes.
Yeah, I'll just stick to the, you know, intermediate jokes in between our YouTube tapings.
So this wine is actually a dolcetto. It's actually about a $15 wine. So I picked it up from a famous superstore that sells wine, and it's less than $15.
I overgrade it, but it has potential.
It's typically one that you drink on the younger side.
Okay.
This one you wouldn't typically age.
So she is young and thin, like I said. Young, thin, and ready to go.
So we're now ready to taste wine number 2.
I feel like this one has more legs than the last one.
Definitely more aromatic.
A little bit more body, I think. A little bit more tannin, a little bit more structure.
Any observations about the color?
I think it's a little darker than the last one. I do think this one's a little richer overall.
And so if you were going to grade this wine,
Ooh. I would give this an A-.
is this a wine that you would enjoy and you would enjoy drinking?
I would enjoy it now. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be aged, but I think right now it's perfect for drinking. It makes me want to go order a Supreme Pizza.
It would be very, very appealing with pizza for sure. If you were going to go to the grocery store or a wine store and purchase this wine, what would you anticipate spending on this wine?
I think this is like a $50 to $65 range. Like, nicer end, not your every night drinker, but maybe if you were having some people over and you wanted to have a nicer wine.
Okay, so it's definitely a step up from the first wine.
I like it better.
Well, before we do the reveal, I know, is it true that you're still working in the hospital as a doctor?
Yeah, I mean, people thought that when I became a housewife that I was going to give up my medical career, right? They're like, oh, she's becoming a housewife. That means she's exiting medicine, which is not true at all. I still go to the hospital most days of the week, still seeing patients, anesthetizing people, and all those things. So, yep, those rumors are untrue.
So this is a Brunello di Montalcino, Il Poggione.
Oh.
It's the 215, and it's actually the Reserva.
Oh.
And so this is actually a very special bottle, and one that would retail for about $130.
Okay, let me drink more of this one.
Well, you gave it an A-. That's an excellent grade.
Yeah.
And but the one thing with this wine is that it needs a lot of age. And so right now, it may not be showing the best. However, with additional time, it will blossom and become more of what it should be in the long run. So this is a wine you'd probably set aside for 15 or 20 years, and after about 20 years, it would reach its peak.
Oh, that's what we say about my friend's boyfriend. He's he needs some maturity. I told her he'll be great in 15 years, just not right now.
Excellent. Well,
Yeah.
exactly like this wine. Then.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Cheers.